Assalamualaikum dear students, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and that is Zohar Sir's math classes. In the previous class we were discussing about integration by partial fractions, and we have solved some questions from exercise 7.5 of NCERT book regarding the concept of integration by partial fractions. So we can have five kinds of proper rational functions, and we can have the representation of their partial fractions that we are discussing in the previous class. So we are using those representations in order to find the antiderivatives of the functions, and there we are on question number 11. Question number 11 is all about integration of 5x divided by x plus 1 into x square minus 4 into dx. न्यूमरेटर जैसे मैंने कहा कुछ भी हो सकता है. Look on to the denominator. In the denominator we have x plus 1 and x square minus 4. Means it seems to be x plus 1 is a linear factor, x square minus 4 is a quadratic factor, but this quadratic factor cannot be factorized. But take an example of x square minus 4. It is that sort of quadratic factor which can be factorized. So this can be written as integration of 5x divided by x plus 1 into x square minus 4 को express करेंगे as 2 square into dx. Right, this can be further written as integration of 5x divided by x plus 1 is x plus 1 into x square minus 2 square, that is a square minus b square, which is a minus b into a plus b. So x minus 2 into x plus 2 into dx. Now in the denominator we have x plus 1, x minus 2, x plus 2, three non-repeated linear factors. When in the denominator, look on to the second representation. When in the denominator we have three non-repeated linear factors, then it can be expressed in terms of its partial fractions as constant a divided by first linear factor plus constant b divided by second linear factor plus constant c divided by the third linear factor. So let 5x divided by x plus 1 into x minus 2 into x plus 2 is equal to constant a divided by the first linear factor x plus 1 plus constant b divided by the second linear factor x minus 2 plus constant c divided by the third linear factor x plus 2. So implies as usual we will multiply both sides by x plus 1, x minus 2, x plus 2. तो यहाँ पे बचेगा 5x. So 5x must be equal to, जब a को मल्टीपल करेंगे इस चीज से x plus 1 कैंसिल होगा, बचेगा a into x minus 2 into x plus 2 प्लस जब इसको मल्टीपल करेंगे यहाँ पे x minus 2 एलिमिनेट होगा तो बचेगा x plus 1 into x plus 2 प्लस c टाइम्स जब x plus 2 को कैंसिल करेंगे तो बचेगा x minus 1 x plus 1 into x minus 2. Now as usual we are keeping that equation as equation number first. Now from equation first we are going to calculate the values of constant a, constant b and constant c, and that is obviously obtained by the method of either substitution or equating the coefficients on both sides. So implies this can be written as, look, if we put x is equal to -1 plus 1 0, ये term eliminate हो रही है, -1 plus 1 0, ये term eliminate हो रही है, so we will get the value of a. So put x is equal to -1 in equation first, we get, yes, x को put कर दो -1, so 5 into -1 is equal to a into -1 minus 2 into 1 plus 2 plus -1 पुट कर दो 0 आएगा, -1 पुट कर दो प्लस ये भी 0 आएगा. So implies 5 into -1 is -5 is equal to -1 minus 2 is -3, 1 plus 2 is 3, so 3 into 3 that is 9, so -9a. Right? So it is -9a. So implies minus and minus will cancel out, so a must be equal to 9 divided by 5. So from that we have obtained the value of constant a, that is nothing else but 9 divided by 5. Now we are going to substitute the value of x is equal to 2 here. x को 2 पुट कर दो, यहाँ पे भी ये भी 0 बनेगा, ये भी 0 बनेगा, so we will get the value of b. Now put x is equal to 2 in equation first. We get x को पुट कर दो 2 in equation first, so क्या मिलेगा 5 into 2 is equal to, जब 2 को पुट करेंगे 2 minus 2 0, पूरी टर्म 0 आएगी, so it is 0. यहां पे x को पुट कर दो 2, so b into 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 2 plus यहां पे x को पुट कर दो 2, so 2 minus 2 is 0, तो पूरी टर्म जो है 0 बनेगी. So implies 5 2s are 10 is equal to 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 3s are 12, so it is 12b, which further implies that b must be equal to 10 divided by 12, or this can be written as b must be equal to, yes, 2 5s are 10 and 2 6s are 12, so we have obtained the value of constant b as 5 divided by 6. Now we need to calculate the value of constant c. तो उसके लिए ये टर्म भी एलिमिनेट होनी चाहिए और ये टर्म भी एलिमिनेट होनी चाहिए. तो x को पुट करेंगे -2, जब x को पुट करेंगे -2 प्लस 2 0 आएगा, एलिमिनेट हो जाएगी, -2 प्लस 2 0 आ जाएगा, ये दो टर्म्स एलिमिनेट होंगी, सो वी विल ऑब्वियसली गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ c. नाउ पुट x is equal to -2 in इक्वेशन फर्स्ट. वी गेट, अब इक्वेशन फर्स्ट में से x को पुट कर दो -2, तो क्या मिलेगा 5 इंटू -2 मस्ट बी इक्वल टू, ये वाली टर्म जो है -2 प्लस 2 0 आएगी, सो 0 प्लस -2 प्लस 2, ये वाली टर्म भी 0 आएगी, सो 0 प्लस c इंटू x को पुट कर दो -2, दैट इज -2 प्लस 1 इंटू -2. So implies 5 minus 2 are, that's -10 is equal to -2 plus 1 is -1, -2 minus 2 is -4, -4 into -1 is +4, so 4c. So implies we will obtain the value of c as, yes, -10 divided by -10 divided by 4, so implies c must be equal to 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, so -5 divided by 2. So by the process of substitution method here, we have obtained the value of a as 9 by 5, b as 5 by 6 and c as -5 divided by 2. Now substitute the values of a, b and c here, separate the integrals, you can easily find the integration. So this is further equal to, therefore हमारा ओरिजिनल इंटीग्रल जो था, दैट इज इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 5x डिवाइडेड बाय x प्लस 1 इंटू x माइनस 2 इंटू x प्लस 2 dx मस्ट बी इक्वल टू इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 5x डिवाइडेड बाय x प्लस 1 x माइनस 2 x प्लस 2 को पुट किया है a डिवाइडेड बाय x प्लस 1 प्लस b डिवाइडेड बाय x माइनस 2 plus c divided by x plus 2 whole dx, right? So कॉपी पे पेन डाउन करने के लिए आप स्क्रीनशॉट ले सकते हो और बाद में फिर अपना फिगर बना सकते हो. दैट्स इक्वल टू इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ, बीच में एडिशन है, इंटीग्रल सेपरेट होगा, एक अपना वैल्यू पुट कर दो, क्या है 9 divided by, so integration of 9 divided by 5 divided by x plus 1 into dx plus integration of b का वैल्यू पुट कर दो, so 5 divided by 6 whole divided by x minus 2 into dx plus c का अपना वैल्यू पुट कर दो, that is -5 divided by 2 whole divided by x plus 2 into dx. This can be further written as this can be further written as 9 by 5 is a constant, will come out of the integral, integration of 1 divided by x plus 1 dx, plus 5 by 6 is a constant, will come out of the integral 1 divided by x minus 2 dx, minus 5 divided by 2 is a constant, will come out of the integral, so 1 divided by x plus 2 into dx. Now obviously this is standard result, so apply directly and find the antiderivatives, and that is equal to 9 divided by 5. Integration of 1 divided by x plus 1 is obviously log of mod of x plus 1, plus 5 divided by 6 is as it is. Integration of 1 divided by x minus 2 is log of mod of x minus 2, and minus 5 divided by 2, integration of 1 divided by x plus 2 is obviously log of mod of x plus 2 plus c, the constant of integration, and this is nothing else but the antiderivative of a given function that was discussed in question number 11, integration of 5x divided by x plus 1 into x square minus 4. So take the screenshot, and after then you can have a fear of this thing. So that is all about question number 11. Now move on to the next, and that is question number 12. Question number 12 is all about Question number 12 is all about integration of x cube plus x plus 1. X cube plus x plus 1 divided by x square minus 1. X square minus 1 into dx. So we are dealing with the method of integration by partial fractions. But as I have mentioned earlier, and I am mentioning the thing that is integration by partial fractions is applicable only to proper rational functions. So first, in order to proceed by the method of integration by partial fractions, we must check first whether that's a proper or improper rational function. A proper rational function is that sort of rational function in which the degree of numerator is less than the degree of denominator. Here the degree of numerator is a cubic polynomial and that's 3, and the degree of denominator is a quadratic polynomial and it's 2. So degree of numerator is 3, degree of denominator is only 2. So degree of numerator is not less than, but that is greater than the degree of denominator. So it's not a proper rational function. When you have not the proper rational function, you cannot directly apply integration by partial fractions. So you have to reduce this integrand into the or this rational function into proper rational function. How we can reduce that? Obviously we know that we have to apply the log division method. Means we have to divide the numerator x cube plus x plus 1 divided by x square minus 1. तो obviously जब हम x cube plus x plus 1 को divide कर देंगे किससे? x square minus 1 से. तो divide कर दो, you will get the quotient, you will get the remainder, and after then you have to apply the division algorithm, quotient plus remainder divided by divisor. So obviously it is equal to, so divide कैसे करेंगे? यहाँ पे highest power term है x cube, यहाँ पे highest power term है x square, तो x square को क्या multiple करेंगे कि वो x cube बनेगा? Obviously x, तो x से ही कर दो. अब x into minus 1 is minus x. कांस्टेंट टर्म को कांस्टेंट टर्म के नीचे, x टर्म को x टर्म के नीचे, स्क्वायर टर्म को स्क्वायर टर्म के नीचे. सो x into minus 1 is minus x, x into x square is x cube. इसके बाद हम जानते हैं सब्ट्रैक्शन होती है, तो जब सब्ट्रैक्शन होगी ये माइनस बनेगा और ये प्लस बनेगा. माइनस एक्स क्यूब प्लस एक्स क्यूब विल कैंसल आउट. नाउ प्लस x is plus 2x and plus 1. Obviously this is a quadratic polynomial, this is a linear polynomial, तो further divide करने की जरूरत नहीं है. So further divide नहीं होगा. So हमारा quotient जो है that is x, हमारा remainder जो है that is 2x plus 1, and obviously this is the divisor x square minus 1. और फिर ये किसके बराबर होता है? कैसे पुट कर सकते हैं? Quotient plus remainder divided by divisor, and that is equal to x plus what is remainder? 2x plus 1 divided by what is divisor, that is x square minus 1. ये simplify कर दो, you will obviously get x cube plus x plus 1 divided by x square minus 1, right? So apply the result. This can be written as integration of, this is then equal to x plus 2x plus 1 divided by x square minus 1 whole dx, because by long division method, because upside में ये रीजन दे सकते हो समझने के लिए, कंफ्यूजन होने के लिए, अगर आपका फिर आगे कहीं पे कंफ्यूजन होता है, सो यू कैन हैव अ रीजन. दिस इज इक्वल टू, नाउ बीच में एडिशन है तो इंटीग्रल जो है सेपरेट होगा. दिस कैन बी रिटन एज इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ x dx प्लस इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 2x plus 1 divided by x square minus 1 into dx. Is that clear? So this can be further written as x dx is standard result. You can directly obtain its antiderivative. Now 2x plus 1 divided by x square minus 1 is not a standard result. First we will try to make it into the standard this result, and that's equal to integration of x dx plus. Now look, अगर हम x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 को पुट करेंगे, डिफरेंशिएशन आएगा सिर्फ 2x, लेकिन वहां पे 2x प्लस 1 भी है, इसलिए 2x को अलग से कर देंगे, 1 को अलग से डिवाइड कर देंगे. सो दैट इज इक्वल टू इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 2x डिवाइडेड बाय x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 dx प्लस इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ 1 डिवाइडेड बाय x स्क्वायर माइनस 1 dx. 2x का अलग से डिवाइड कर दिया, 1 का अलग से डिवाइड कर दिया. So this can be फिर इंटीग्रल को सेपरेट कर दिया, and that's equal to integration of x dx plus. Look here, अगर हम x square minus 1 को ट्रीट करेंगे as f of x, तो obviously इसका डेरिवेटिव आएगा 2x, means this is f dash of x. तो बन गया स्टैंडर्ड रिजल्ट f dash x divided by f of x dx. Its integration is directly equal to log of mod of f of x plus c, and this is again a standard result because this can be written as 2x divided by x square minus 1 dx plus integration of 1 divided by x square minus 1 can be written as 1 square into dx. अब 1 divided by x square minus a square, ये भी स्टैंडर्ड रिजल्ट है, प्रूव कर रखा है बाय पार्शियल फ्रैक्शंस भी और बाय स्पेशल इंटीग्रल्स भी. और 2x डिवाइडेड बाय यानी f dash x डिवाइडेड बाय f of x, ये भी स्पेशल रिजल्ट है, और ये तो ऑटोमेटिकली स्टैंडर्ड रिजल्ट ही है, और इसकी हम डायरेक्टली इंटीग्रेशन कर सकते हैं. सो वी विल डायरेक्टली अप्लाई द इंटीग्रेशन, एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू x dx की इंटीग्रेशन, दैट इज ऑब्वियसली x स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय 2 प्लस दिस इज f dash of x, this is f of x. So integration of f dash x divided by f of x is obviously equal to log of mod of f of x, that is x square minus 1, and this is the standard result, 1 divided by x square minus a square, that is 1 by 2a log of mod of x minus a divided by x plus a. So plus 1 divided by 2 into a का वैल्यू यहाँ पे 1 है because this is x square minus a square. 1 by 2a log of mod of x minus a, that is x minus 1 divided by x plus a, that is x plus 1 plus c, the constant of integration. Because here we have used two results. First one is integration of f dash x divided by f of x, and that is obviously equal to log of mod of f of x plus c. We have proved this result in substitution method, right? You can have the revision of that class, and from the revision you can be justified that we have proved integration of f dash x divided by f of x dx must be equal to log of mod of f of x plus c. And we have used another standard result, that is integration of 1 divided by x square minus a square dx is directly equal to 1 divided by 2a log of mod of x minus a divided by x plus a plus c, the constant of integration. So our result would be then, that's equal to x square divided by 2 plus log of mod of x square minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2 log of mod of x minus 1 divided by x plus 1 plus c. This is nothing else but the antiderivative of an integrand of a function, and that is x cube plus x plus 1 divided by x square minus 1, which was not a proper rational function, and by applying the long division and by using the division algorithm we have reduced it to into the proper rational function, and after then we have substituted it and obtained the antiderivatives. So that's all about question number 12. Now move on to the next, and that is question number 13 of the same exercise. Take the screenshot so that you can pen down this thing in your notebooks. You can have a screenshot of this thing. Now move on to the next, and that is question number 13. Question number 13 of the same exercise is all about integration of 2 divided by 1 minus x into 1 plus x square. 2 divided by 1 minus x into 1 plus x square dx. Again, numerator क्या है क्या नहीं है doesn't matter. Take a look onto the denominator. There we have two factors, 1 minus x and 1 plus x square. One is linear, another one is quadratic. But quadratic factor is in such a way it cannot be factorized. अगर ये 1 minus x square होता तो factorize कर सकते थे, लेकिन ये 1 plus x square है तो ये factorize नहीं होगा. जब ये factorize नहीं होगा, so it can obviously take the shape of the third or other fourth one that we have discussed there. That is one is linear and another one is quadratic, and quadratic one is unfactorized. It cannot be factorized. So it can take the shape in terms of its partial fractions as constant divided by first linear factor plus linear factor bx plus c divided by the quadratic factor. So let 2 divided by 1 minus x into 1 plus x square is equal to constant a divided by the linear factor 1 minus x plus constant plus linear factor bx plus c divided by the quadratic factor 1 plus x square. Now as usual, multiplying both sides by the denominator of LHS, तो क्या बचेगा? That is 2 is equal to a into 1 minus x cancel होके बचेगा 1 plus x square plus bx plus c into 1 plus x square cancel होके बचेगा 1 minus x. Now as usual, keep that equation as equation number first. So implies now we have to find the value of a, b and c. तो अगर हम x को यहाँ पे पुट करेंगे 1 minus 1 is 0, ये पूरी चीज जो है एलिमिनेट होगी, पूरी टर्म जो है एलिमिनेट होगी. So obviously we can have the value of a. So put x is equal to 1 in equation first. We get what we get. यहां पे सिर्फ 2 है तो पुट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. a into 1 plus x को पुट किया है 1, so 1 square प्लस जब x को यहां पे पुट करेंगे 1 minus 1 is 0, तो पूरी टर्म जो है एलिमिनेट होगी, दैट इज 0 बनेगी. So implies 2 must be equal to 1 plus 1 is 2, so 2a. So implies a must be equal to 2 by 2 and that's equal to 1. So we have obtained the value of a as 1. Now अब b और c का वैल्यू चाहिए तो डायरेक्टली किसी सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड से अप्लाई नहीं होगा, क्योंकि a x स्क्वायर है, प्लस 1 पुट कर दो या माइनस 1 पुट कर दो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, ये एलिमिनेट नहीं हो सकता डायरेक्टली. ठीक है. सो जब ये एलिमिनेट नहीं होगा या एलिमिनेट हो भी सकता है, अगर आप 0 पुट करोगे यहाँ पे तब भी a आएगा. क्लियर है? ये पूरी टर्म जो है एलिमिनेट नहीं होगी. तो इसीलिए अगर ये ऐसे सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड से नहीं आ रहे हैं कांस्टेंट a, b और c का वैल्यू, सो ऑब्वियसली यू हैव टू use another method, means equating the coefficients. Now from equation first we have what we have 2 must be equal to, multiple कर दो, that is a plus ax square plus bx into 1, that is bx into minus x is minus bx square plus c into 1 is plus c plus c into minus x is minus cx. Implies this can be written as 2 must be equal to ax square bx square. x square को कॉमन लेके आओ, क्या बचेगा? a minus b x square कॉमन आएगा. अब यहाँ पे bx, यहाँ पे minus cx, x को कॉमन लेके आओ तो प्लस b minus c into x. yes, और कांस्टेंट टर्म बचेगी a plus c. so plus times a plus c. Right? Now in the RHS we have a polynomial and in the LHS we have again a polynomial, no doubt a constant polynomial, but that is there. So polynomial. So when two polynomials are equal, obviously their corresponding coefficients are equal. Coefficient of x square must be equal to coefficient of x square, coefficient of x must be equal to coefficient of x, constant term must be equal to the constant term, और जिसे हम कहते हैं equating the coefficients of x square, x and constant terms on both sides. So equating the coefficients of x, equating the coefficient of x square, x and constant terms on both sides. Constant terms on both sides we get. So equate the coefficient of x square, x and constant terms on both sides. क्या मिलेगा? a minus b must be equal to 0 क्योंकि यहाँ पे x square का कोफिशिएंट a minus b है, यहाँ पे x square है ही नहीं. So a minus b must be equal to 0, right? Similarly b minus c, यहाँ पे x term भी नहीं है, तो b minus c must be again equal to 0, clear? और a plus c must be equal to 2, so a plus c must be equal to 2. Now since we have obtained the value of a as 1, so from first keep it as Roman first, this one as Roman second, and this one as Roman third. Is that clear? From first it is clear that a is equal to, or a is equal to b, or b is equal to a. So implies b must be equal to, put the value of a, what is that? 1, तो b का वैल्यू भी 1 आ रहा है. अब हमें c का वैल्यू चाहिए, तो b का वैल्यू यहां पे पुट कर दो. From second we have, yes, b minus c is equal to 0, so b must be equal to c, or c must be equal to b. So implies c का वैल्यू आएगा, b का वैल्यू है 1, तो c का वैल्यू भी आएगा 1. So this, by the procedure of this thing, we have calculated the value of constant a, calculated the value of constant b, calculated the value of constant c. तो a का वैल्यू आ रहा है a का वैल्यू आ रहा है, यहाँ पे पुट कर दो. b का वैल्यू आ गया, यहाँ पे पुट कर दो. c का वैल्यू यहाँ पे आ गया, पुट कर दो यहाँ पे. बीच में एडिशन है, इंटीग्रल को सेपरेट कर दो. You will obviously get the antiderivative of 2 divided by 1 minus x into 1 plus x square. So proceed from here, you can obviously find the result, and that was all about question number 13. Now question number 14 is just similar to this one, rather just similar to 12. It is equal to integration of 3x minus 1 divided by x minus 2 whole square. Only one factor is there in the denominator, and that's a repeated factor. Where only one factor is there and that's repeated, so you can obviously put it in the form of, yes, a divided by the linear factor x minus 2 plus b divided by the repeated factor x minus 2 whole square. A divided by the linear factor x minus 2 plus b divided by the repeated factor x minus 2 whole square. So obviously after finding the value of a and b, separate the integrals, you can obviously find the result, find the antiderivative of this question. And that was all about question number 14. Now from 15 onwards, there are some nice questions from 15 onwards of this exercise, but that we will discuss in the next class.